Hello, this is Pastor James Hargrave with Greatest Love Ministries. Welcome back. I'm going to give you a brief update of what we're doing at Greatest Love Ministries. Soon, starting in June, maybe as early as June 7th, I don't know yet, we're going to be having a Wednesday live broadcast every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. It's going to be a Christian service, a Christian communique. We'll have a little sermonette. And then if you chat in, we'll discuss some of your questions, some of the scriptures, some relevant topics to our time. One of our focus will be on the end times, and the other focus will be on the antinomian gospel, that Christ has done it all for us, and we live in that freedom and rejoice with him, the antinomian gospel. Instead, we're not against the law, but in substitute of the written law on the Mosaic tablets. We don't follow the written law of stone. We follow the living law of Jesus Christ in our hearts. Jesus expresses himself through us, we believe, as antinomians, and therefore we express his morality, his righteousness through us through a living faith. This might start, I said, early June. Next year, 2024, New Year's, we're going to start GLM radio, which will be a Christian and also some electronic dance music for the joy of the Christian life, to dance. And we're going to be broadcasting this on internet radio. There's a tab on our website. Go to greatestloveministries.org. There'll be a tab for GLM Live coming up here pretty soon, and there'll be a tab for GLM radio starting in 2024. So please check us out. Please consider donating if you believe in what we're doing. Not one penny of contributions go to pay me a salary or an hourly wage or anything. I don't get any of the money. I'm doing this completely as a volunteer, and the money I'm putting into this ministry is out of my disability check. I am disabled. I'm not ashamed of that, but I am on disability. And that's where most of the money's coming from to support this ministry, although we have gotten a few contributions and some of our board members contribute generously every month. So this is an end-time ministry. We're going into 2024. Right now, that's when I'm expecting it all to break loose. That's when Obama will come back to the scene. That's when Washington, D.C. will be destroyed. However, I should say it could happen earlier than that. It could happen yet this year. It's hard to know for sure, but my best guess from reading the scriptures is that it's not going to happen till around summer 2024, perhaps around Independence Day 2024. That's just an estimate. It's a approximation. I don't mean anything's going to happen on Independence Day 2024, but around that time, around summer 2024, around the middle of the year. It could be in June, it could be July, it could be anywhere around this, but that's my best guess from studying the scriptures. So what we're going to be talking about on GLM Live on Wednesday nights is what should we be doing with our time? Who is Jesus Christ? Why is he relevant to our lives? If you don't like church, good. I don't like church either. I don't go to church. This is the church God called me to do, to reach people who are disgusted with the sham of Christian religion and want a real relationship with God. Not just a real relationship with God, but also a relevant relationship with their fellow man. They want to make a difference in this world. They don't want to just sit on a pew and donate their 10% tithe, whatever that means, into the collection plate and let everybody else do the work, so to speak. That's not what a Christian is. Being a Christian, you're all in. You're in the community of believers. You're fellowshipping with believers, and the internet's a good way to do it. We can't all physically get together, but we can fellowship with one another through the internet. The other thing to be thinking about, we are going to be celebrating the Lord's Supper together. We're going to be doing it virtually. So you're going to need to have your own wine, your own red wine, and your own bread, your own wafers. It can be anything. It's the body and blood of the Lord. As long as we bless it and use the words of institution, which Jesus stated of the Lord's Supper, any Christian can participate in the Lord's Supper. We're going to first talk about what the Lord's Supper is in more detail so everybody's instructed on what they're partaking of, because that's very important. Some Christians in the early days of the church weren't appraised. They didn't understand what the Lord's Supper was, so they ate and drank destruction on themselves. It caused them harm. So we want to make sure that doesn't happen when we start fellowshipping together with the Lord's Supper. We want to make sure everybody is being fed with the body and blood of the Lord. That's how radical we are as Christians. We're all in. We eat his body and blood. That's how much we need him. It's a sign, the Lord's Supper is a sign of our desperation, that without Jesus we have nothing. So that's just a few things that are coming up. And as you'll notice here, these are buckets of storable food. I have some buckets of storable food for me and some of my neighbors to the best of my ability to get ready. I believe we'll have to go through approximately 15 months, plus or minus, to where Christians won't be able to buy or sell while the Antichrist is ruling. And most people have not heeded the warning. But if you haven't prepared yet, how are you going to get through 15 months? 15 months is my best guess. From around June, July 2024 to August 3rd, the 9th of Av, 2025. So I look forward to meeting with you on Wednesday. I don't know exactly when the first Wednesday will be. I'm hoping June 7th, but we'll have to wait and see because I need to get some updates done on the website and I have to depend on other people to do that. I don't do that directly. I have a hosting company that takes care of the website for me, Rhino Web Services. And they've been a great company and I don't mind giving them a plug because they've helped us a lot. Thank you very much. And this is just get ready. We're going to be having some great music. It's all in celebration of the Lord's return. We are celebrating the Lord's return. And while the rest of the world mourns when all this destruction breaks out, we're going to be rejoicing because evil is being punished. Justice is reigning. The just one, the loving one, is returning to take all those waiting for him to paradise. And that's one place I want to go. Paradise. Thank you very much.